Dang, they got Zaire. That's what I want. Yep.
Today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 5 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Derek Carr and the Houston Texans taking on Phillip Rivers and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Hey, that's the first.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport.
That's
as
true.
Both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in losers of 2 straight, so they're trying to right the ship here a little bit.
They're teetering a little bit, aren't they? And now things could really go south if they lose this game. So they understand the importance of playing well and stopping this streak.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they, too, were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
So out come the Texans for their opening drive. Leading them out, their quarterback in his 7th season in the NFL, it's Derek Carr.
And one of the things that I think that Derek Carr has really improved in doing since college, his ability to stay in the pocket, things swirling around him, find the right guy, and deliver the ball with accuracy. Derek Carr has great touch when he throws the football.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
They said push
This
it.
drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Gurley again here on first down. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr, open receiver. That's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 42. 16 yards, a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
It's complete to Parker, left side.
I ran right past him and then playing around.
So a pretty early first quarter roughing the passer penalty.
Seems like the officials are going to let everyone know they're taking charge of this game. They're always going to protect the quarterback.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's brought down. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field.
And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Todd Gurley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Texans have taken the early lead. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Paris Campbell now on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by their quarterback who's in his 17th season now in the NFL, an 8-time Pro Bowler to boot. It's Phillip Rivers.
And I'll bet right now it's just one thought in his mind.
Win the game, yeah.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. He played pretty well. I mean, he didn't turn over the ball in terms of interceptions,
no,
right?
2 touchdown passes last week.
2 touchdown passes, but when your team doesn't win, that's just hollow. And the best quarterbacks don't care about anything but whether or not their team won.
What was number 5?
Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And he powers his way up past the 30. The numbers for him from a week ago. 22 carries, 85 yards, and a touchdown.
How about the first month of the season for him? He leads the league in rushing, so you know his confidence is at an all-time high, which means his offensive line loves it too. They'll get more opportunities to run block for him.
From the 31, Rivers. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield.
Rivers pass. Complete.
We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, you know, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, you know, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time, either equal.
Face mask. Please tell me face mask.
This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
Of course. But it happened after I got the first down.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Third down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
A first down throw here for Rivers. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. That's on the big guard, Gabe Jackson.
Which is how many hundreds of dollars?
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Rivers. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. It's a big play, yet amazingly, because of how far they had to go, they're still looking at a 2nd down here.
Brings up 2nd down.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run, because we envision them in offenses, catch the ball, how much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Rivers now from the 50. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Here's Rivers. This is the tight end, Fant. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 33. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I do believe we'll see a little bit more of this as this game progresses, because when you can have that type of a gain in the middle of the defense, it hurts them in so many ways, because most teams like to be strong down the middle. And if you can sting them there, that opens things up for you.
Oh, man, I didn't
That's
even
where
need
he,
you.
their big tight end, is so good. That middle third, the seam routes, the in routes. Yeah, you're right. Probably see more of that.
Yeah, it takes a lot of courage and fortitude to go in the middle as well, and he's got it.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily...
You tricked me! You idiot!
On his targets, and he's
oh, my goodness!
They drew it up for this first drive going to plan so far.
Second and
Back at the 5-yard line.
He wants me to
now.
lose.
Second and goal. Again, it'll be Akers. And the hole closes quickly here. He can
Oh my goodness, man.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Man.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot
You
in the ground
guys
and
are
cut
the
back.
definition.
It just
We
never
can't
materialized.
live with you, but we can't live without you.
3rd and goal for Rivers. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation.
I had a damn touchdown, but my fullback decided to trip me for getting it. Never seen
Not
that
only is that
before.
an interception, it's one when you were really knocking
can
on
add
the door
that to
for a
the list of
touchdown
things that
inside
I
the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
at the 30
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gurley. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Texans 7, Jaguars nothing.
Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. The loss results there.
Oh, come on, man. Dang, bro.
Hang on. A big call coming on. So instead of 4th down, 1st down.
Well, so much for winning the down you put a lot of emphasis on, because 3rd down is key for offense and defense. Instead, you're going to stay on the field and start a new set of downs.
Carr completes it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
Right side. Touchdown, Houston. Traquan Smith, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. They'll run here with Akers. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run. Ball carrier.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Going deep for Hunt. This is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 39 yards there.
That's a dumb answer.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Akers. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. From the 2 now, second and goal.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Akers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have cut it back within a score. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Texans take over first and 10.
So here are the Texans to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. Carr now on first down. And he's going to
Oh, come on! You're so slow!
And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards is the pickup there.
Man, that's
starting very nicely. First down.
They completed the screen, but one of the things you worry about is can the quarterback get rid of the ball before he's actually tackled? So your offensive linemen have to hold up the rushers a little bit because you want to make sure you keep your guy's jersey clean throughout the game.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 35 yards the gain there. Another first down as well.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up second and 1.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Looking to throw again on second down. Carr. Caught out left side by Robinson. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line.
To win any route, you got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10. Carr to throw again.
Give me that.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
Intercepted by the Jaguars. They'll take over first and 10.
Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. And then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
He's got the first down past the 30. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
First down, Jackson.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go. Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact. But in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. He'll buy some time right. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5. And it'll make it a second down. 2nd and 5 from the 8. On the ground, it's Akers. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Cam Akers with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
And the Texans set to come onto the field. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing now is Carr. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. And despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Short throw underneath to Hurst. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
It's a gain of 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Get him! Thank you.
And he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And the Jaguars go on offense 1st down and 10. The Jaguars again ready to take over on offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
It got his man complete.
I wish you would have just stayed over there, dog, because you made that throw a little bit more stressful than what it needed to be.
A big play there just before halftime. 42 yards.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great. Let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Fires one that's intercepted.
That's that throw power.
By Adrian Phillips. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
The Texans take over first and 10.
I can't be trying to
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play.
That's right,
this.
Cash.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A gain of a yard.
So we've hit halftime all even. So I'm waltzing down Main Street, got an umbrella, just a torrential downpour, and I look over, and this guy, stone-faced, wearing a poncho that says, "Don't rain on my parade," and he is just angry. And we got to go. I'll tell you the rest later. Here we go, third quarter.
That's so cool.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Jaguars take over first and 10. At their own 32-yard line.
Out come the Jaguars now as he'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Gotta wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A false start backs him up 5, first and 15. And it's incomplete. It's a dangerous pass. That's what it was. And it brings up second down. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Now this throw caught left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
No.
Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
First down, Jacksonville.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Let's get it, Cam.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Brandon, I know it's hard to believe sometimes that a guy who was rated in the top 5 running backs in the draft could be a little bit underrated, but I thought that about Cam Akers. One of my favorite runners in this draft. We just saw that ability right there. Great vision, terrific speed, has the power to run through tackles and make big plays. Remember, he was a #1 high school kid coming out. Now he's exhibiting that talent in the NFL.
It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
First down.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Escaping the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The Lions move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's second and 10. Here's Akers. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now a first and 10 at the 11. Rivers. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Extra point try, good by Gano. And the lead is now 21-14.
They do not blend that right. You got one offensive player with a bunch of defensive players. And you got one defensive player with a bunch of offensive players.
Out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Robinson. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line.
That's good for a Texans.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Throw inside complete. That's Robinson. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches.
49-yard line.
They run out of the shotgun with Gurley.
Hold on, did I just get bodied by a corner? By a wide receiver blocking?
A gain of 13, it's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start.
I was trying to change the play, and they wouldn't even let me on.
Inside the 15 before they drop him.
It would have been worth it.
25 yards there on the catch and run.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had a big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Partners, a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Come on, baby. Somebody need to get there.
And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Furl, that got in there to bring him down. Just held on to the football too long there, Charles. That's point blank, right?
Yeah, I agree with that totally. You've got to have that internal clock that goes in your head that says either get rid of the football or flush and go and use your legs and try and pick up the first down. I think he hung in there too long, and the blitz got to him.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32 30-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 is a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The throw here going to be complete to Gordon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Akers. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll run this with
Come on, dude. I am so inclined to go for this. Because that's exactly what I'm going to do.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
They're indeed going for it. It's Rivers. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
And the Jaguar first down. That's
back now in Houston. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 36. Now Rivers. Got Gordon open, completes it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
To Josh Gordon. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 27-yard line.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. They go play action. Rivers. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position.
Oh, man,
that's
look, don't tell me this is going to be
that easy. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
But it looks like it's going to be.
To throw is Rivers.
It's not.
Left side here, that's the tight end fake. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Shut up.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I don't know how this is going to work with that line because that is only for 34.
On the handoff, it's Akers.
We'll take
He's
that.
going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Ball carrier. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Let's get it,
And
Noah.
that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Complete.
Noah Fant, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11. That time, a 9-play drive. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown.
17.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep.
Ooh-wee.
Right around where he would have been.
I like that.
Gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Hit stick the blocker.
And now out comes Houston. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. On 1st down, Carr. That's caught over the middle.
Oh, you missed 2, Cashman.
Yeah, he'll get this one way
Man,
up
that
just
kind of
shy
crap
of
is
the
happening too much this
45-yard
game.
line. That
This
one good
is
for
one of them.
20 on the catch and run.
First and 10.
Decent start to the drive there. Of course, they need the touchdown, 2-point conversion, and a field goal.
Yeah, those guys are into it. How about the guys on the sidelines? You see the coaches signaling, all the personnel groups up on the sideline ready to go in and out of the game. They've got to condense their time now in order to try and get into it.
It's caught on the right side by Robinson. 16 more on that one and another 1st down.
10 at the 40.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's a
Come on,
complete to his
man.
running back
Dang.
right side. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
Should have had that during the
10
stop.
more there and another 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in
Y'all
today's
about to
NFL,
put your
it
hands
almost
up trying to
feels
bat the ball.
routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Smith catches left side. And
He
he'll be
catch that
out of
inbounds?
bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up
He didn't catch that inbounds.
2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have
Clearly
2
out of
inbounds
bounds.
in the NFL.
Thank you.
After review of the play,
The head coach relied on his eagle eye in the sky to make the right call and was told to challenge it, and it looks like it's paid off.
And from a coach's standpoint, when you throw that flag, it's probably a pretty tense moment. Here it pays off.
Yeah, you have that little bit of indecision. You feel like you're right, and then you think, uh-oh,
Hit
did I get it right?
right by
In this
his
case,
face.
they can celebrate.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
He go for it.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Again, it's Carr.
Dang.
And Robinson with
Why
a
did
big
they pull me
catch.
back?
And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 13-yard line. He's up to 87 yards receiving now, and it's a 1st down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Carr. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Consecutive catches for him. That's good for 11. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You know, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Yeah, he's able to force his way through 1 man, but he can muster only about a yard on the play. Second down.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. To throw his car.
I'm glad you dropped it because they made my dude freeze for some reason.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Texans draw a bit closer.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Go back to the middle.
He's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to...
Thank you.
Get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
That's like his
second. Tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, you know, maybe even a quick fade.
No.
He ends up getting sacked.
Why would you do that?
Not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Take over 1st and getting set to go again. DeAndre Hopkins marches back onto the field, and he's racking up the yardage. You see the catches. Defensively, what do you do here to stop a guy like this?
You keep trying to change things up because nothing is really working. Whether you have a man on him, 2 people, you're showing different types of zone defenses combined with man-to-man coverages. Try and change things up and eventually get to the point where maybe you put enough people on him, they won't throw the ball to him anymore. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
1st down, Jaguars.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Roquan Smith, the Bears' leading tackler last season, makes the stop. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Let's actually get that clock. Make him have to burn.
Going right back to Akers. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet.
Man, y'all spread out like that.
Come up 1st and 10.
Test y'all chin like that every time.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll run on first down. Akers. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
Push forward.
It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Oh, dang. I hit the wrong button. I'm
Down and just take the delay.
Broadcast.
Delay of game, offense.
Yeah.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still 3rd down.
And the delay of game penalty makes this much more difficult. 3rd and 8. Here's Rivers. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will.
That's right.
And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
We're going to take the penalty back up, get a little bit of room, put him inside that 10, because that's 58.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
Game, offense.
That was the plan, bro.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Here's Tressway now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Smith, incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. One final try now for Carr, and it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty, and with that, the ball game is over. And going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still... You were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Jaguars, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Nashville. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.